The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gideon Block, a paladin of Daga, bringing her justice to the wilds of Ritoya.
I'm Connor Shenold, and I play Konnor with a K, the Kobold sorcerer who's finally out of the bag.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Zonimus Dinar, a roguish warlock controlling his fate with chaos.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a highborn halfling druid who has forsaken her family for the call of the frontier.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mokrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer wielding his arcane gifts to delve into the mysteries of the wilderness.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Callban Frontier. Well, what once appeared to be a spot of trouble for our brave heroes has turned around. With the assistance of Kikiek distracting and kicking at the fire elemental, and Jasper Smithson coming in at the last moment to give Miss Poppy a spot of healing, she has been pulled from the very clutches of death. Standing up and brushing yourself off, you pull forth the decanter of endless water, opening it up with a geyser pointed directly at the fire elemental. And yes, this stream of water gushes forth, striking it right in the middle of the back. Hey, Zonimus, would you give me a dex save to see if you get out of the way?
If you fail, you have to give me a strength save, so don't fail.
16.
So Zonimus dodges out of the way as the water strikes the elemental, doing quite a bit of damage. You see the steam roiling off of this great fire elemental as it once more begins to dissipate and burn down into a pile of cooled coals on the ground.
I wonder if Jasper could use those for magic.
So, Gideon, you're back up.
Yes, and I'm going to lay hands on myself for 20 hit points.
All right. Mokrin, is there anything that you would like to do?
I'm going to let the dice decide. Yeah, so of course he can't make a wisdom check, so Mokrin leaves the rope and everything the way it was, right there with its natural one of rope tying.
Of attempting to tie.
And starts hoofing it up the rail onto the main deck of the buried cabin and then starts running toward the forecastle. What's going on, Steven Whistles? Poppy, you look terrible.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well, it's just the blood on your side of your face and stuff.
I'm sorry that I haven't had a moment to wash up after being almost killed.
Next time, use the decanter first. It seems to work really well against these things.
But I figured she was just gonna bring another one, or she was gonna just do something to protect. Listen, it sounded like a good plan at the time. I told y'all where the decanter was. I gave belt consent.
Mokrin looks over at Gideon. I'm sorry I couldn't touch the weave and stop her from casting. I tried, I really did.
Oh, you did a fine job. Whether it works or not, at least we tried. And is she dead?
Well, she's not moving.
We should probably make sure.
Where's Konnor?
I'm sure he'll show up.
Zonimus is hidden too. Zonimus has moved her direction with two swords out. I don't know if he's there yet. It's up to the wise and benevolent DM.
So for the moment, let's stay in initiative.
Okay.
Just in caseies.
No.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
So technically, we would be at Konnor. Okay. If you would like to do something specific.
Do I see that Makrin has left her over there without efficiently tying her up?
Give me a perception check.
Gosh, okay.
Because you are a bit of a ways away.
Yeah.
Hiding.
Come on, kobold eyes.
Did the sun get in your eyes?
The sun is in my eyes. I can't see. That was only a 6.
I shouldn't have mentioned that. I forgot about
You're
blight
squinting, and you see the rope is like over her, so
Okay.
maybe she's tied up.
I wonder if Smithson could artifice her some sunglasses for Connor.
So you guys see Konnor poke his head out from this like tiny space that you were like, how did a kobold fit in there? And he's just like, I never want to see another fire elemental again.
I say, Connor, you're okay.
Yeah, what about you guys?
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're good to see you, man. I didn't know what happened to everybody.
Zanima?
Have I made it over to her?
Yes.
So, stealthily hidden, I'm going to kind of squat down a bit and hover a blade over her neck area.
Okay.
I'm going to watch her for a moment. Any
Hold a
movement
mirror
from
up
her?
to her nose.
You see that she's still breathing.
Okay. She's probably going to breathe a lot next. I'm imagining she has, like, she's splayed out.
Yeah, I mean, she's just kind of like fallen,
Yeah.
crumpled to the
If
ground.
she has a hand down, I'm going to put the heel of my boot all along her fingers.
Okay.
And then put all my weight down on it as I
Okay.
lean, as I Slav squat down beside her. And just rest the tip of my blade on the ground.
Okay.
Where between the tip of the blade and my hand would be a vital area of her.
Okay.
At this point, I'm probably not invisible anymore because I interacted with her. And I'm going to yell, someone get this rope.
Oh, steam and whistles. I didn't, yeah.
Roll back around to Poppy. What would you like to do?
I mean, that seems very far away. I'm very small. Oh, I've got a wolf. I'm gonna
Hop up,
hop on wildfire, and we'll just do over to her and look up at Zonimus. I'm like, Zonimus, you know, we could just.
And because Poppy is making that suggestion, Zonimus feels like the most noblest, kindest of deities has said, kill her, dude. You're right.
Good.
Well, I killed her once, and it didn't seem to make everyone happy. You all ready for her to die now? Do you realize she's too powerful to be left alive? She can just rip open the air in front of
Hey,
you. And
I was
pull out
on
a
your side this
monster.
whole time. I didn't save her.
Makrin,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I'm double hoofing back the way down there. We're natural sprinters.
All right, so you've dashed back over to join the Thalia threatening party.
Gonna slide it. You know what? My warhammer is probably sitting right there on the ground. I didn't say that I picked it up when I ran back up to you guys the first time. So
Is anybody going to get there with enough action left to tie her up?
Well,
I could have tied her up
That's
right
what I'm
then.
waiting for.
even if she does make all her saves, she's just going to be unconscious for
Right.
1d4 hours.
Yeah.
She's not coming to awake anytime soon.
Well,
I see.
I don't trust anything. with
Unless
this
I roll really, really
I
well.
trust-
That's true. Unless you
Nothing
roll a
with this
d20.
one.
Natural 20.
As I run up there, I see Zonimus with that blade in the most dangerous spot.
And you step on it?
Oh, but I can tell you're holding your hand. Like you're not doing you're not doing their action. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. Keep her alive. And none of us have any action economy. No, we were all just standing there. Okay, there we go. So
Gideon?
Can I get to her?
Yes.
I
Okay.
did, but I was afraid she was going to jump up while I'm trying to tie her. So.
I am going to. I've got my stuff with me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to keep on walking.
You're just going to keep going? You're not even going to stop?
No.
Okay.
I've got stuff to do. Yes, we got to move on.
Okay, I understand.
Connor?
So kind of hearing that she's not tied up, I guess. I'm just gonna kind of squeeze myself back into this hiding spot
Oh, nice.
and wait.
Okay.
Do you want another stealth roll from me?
Yes, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay. Do you want it just straight?
Yeah.
It's a 7.
You see the little lizard eyes like poking out of the hole.
My tail is just like flicking back and forth.
All right. Well, Zani, you hold this woman's life in your hands. She is hanging on by a thread. The next 6 seconds, if you do nothing, will decide which way she goes.
Just looking at Gideon walk away.
Because she's technically saved twice and failed twice.
I'm going to look at Poppy in the eyes, and while I'm holding her gaze, with the way the sword tip is on the ground and the handle's up here, and there's a vital area in between, I'm just going to let the handle lower, a little bit of force, rake the blade across flesh.
Okay.
Finish her off. And I'll stand up and walk the opposite direction of Gideon.
Let her go.
And I'm going to load up the cart and call Thunderstep over and say, guys, we need to get out of here.
Jasper and Kikiek both approach the cart, and Jasper just nods. And I quite agree. And I feel that whatever this crystal was that she was trying to find, you might want to do a little harder looking at that, Gideon.
I think so. I think there's more to this than we thought.
Someone doesn't fight like that for something that doesn't have any value.
Right. And if we find any more of these crystals or whatever, we'll try to help you out. If we find any firestone or whatever, and we certainly wish you luck in all your endeavors. And I thank you for all your help here. I wish we could have done more for you. But I think the first thing we got to do is find this Empire of the Eternal Flame, because they're willing to bring forth people to kill my friends, my companions.
Whoever they are certainly determined to do something.
Exactly.
As Gideon says that, Mokrin's face finally relaxes just a little bit. He has had this mixture of confusion and actually a little bit appalled on his face, looking back and forth between Gideon and Zonimus. Gideon, who walked on by and didn't help, and Zonimus, who killed her right in front of him. But then when he says, protect my friends, oh.
I call out to Zonimus. Zonimus, you ready to go? Are we all done here?
Yep, we're done.
Poppy?
Yeah, sure.
Konnor? Where'd Konnor go? Oh, there's his tail. Konnor!
You saw nothing. I pop up out of there and scramble towards the cart to not be left behind.
I did not. I was still saying, does she have... I'm looking for like a distinguishing ring, or...
The only things that she had you had already taken, which was she had a wand on her, about 120 gold pieces, and then a small golden bracelet.
And Mokrin checks her over one more time just to make sure she didn't pick up anything else when we were done.
I don't necessarily want anything of value. I just want something identifiable. Nothing?
I would say she really doesn't
We
have
need to live in a world with IDs.
Yes. Real
I think,
ID.
In her library car.
I'm thinking like weird symbol tattoos or brands or something for the...
You do kind of notice, because she's wearing like this robe, and kind of pulling it off to the side, you do see like the black hand that has been burned into her flesh on her right shoulder.
Also, I want to make a correction to something I said to you earlier, because I've been looking this up and this is wrong. When
What's
a
that?
familiar, when a person goes unconscious or dies, their familiar does not disappear. So as
There you
long
go.
so if I had died, Thunderstep would have gone nowhere as well.
Okay.
Precious.
So that's why if that was a familiar,
Yeah, it could still move
it'd still
away.
be alive and
Of
doing
course.
its thing.
Of
Kicking,
course.
if you will. So Poppy is looking at her and kind of this pool that has kind of gathered around, and I'm thinking about, like, this is the third time we've had to kill her in the last 24 hours, and I'm thinking about the fight and everything. It all just came down to Poppy it came down to me not just trusting my gut and doing the thing. And even right then, I said, we could just, and I waited to see what Zonimus would do instead of just doing it myself. And I'm angry at myself. And I feel this anger kind of bubbling up in my chest, and my face contorts a little bit, and I feel like my eyebrows get like, not full vampire and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but like something happens. It looks a little more animalistic. My fingernails lengthen. I get little fangs, and I just beat her up. I mean, she's already dead, but essentially I'm casting my Primal Savagery cantrip, which is one that I triggered out. And so that would be some extra acid damage if she wasn't already dead.
You mutilate the corpse.
Well, I'm mad. And so...
Mokrin stumbles back for a moment and then, steps forward and puts a hand on his shoulder. Bobby, what are you doing?
And everything kind of recedes and sinks back in, and I've let people make decisions for me for far too long. I think I have some things I need to think about. And we'll walk up. Let's go.
Makrin's in thought.
Makrin is in thought.
There you go,
as
just
you're
in thought. As
heading
everyone
off.
walks away, he stands there for a second. Are we just gonna leave the body here, like out?
This place is full of the dead. Gives them a horse.
Did she deserve a
wrong?
grave?
Oh, now you guys make me feel bad. Maybe we should bury her.
Makrin grabs her by the shoulders and starts like dragging the body kind of away from the thing.
Kiki looks at you, tilts the little bird head. Vultures?
Makrin,
Yeah. Oh, vultures. Yeah, Gideon.
leave her to the desert. Leave her to the frontier.
You won't. What about them obsidian guard things? Is that
They're gone. Everyone's gone.
so? When you blessed it earlier, you took care
This
of
is holy ground.
vultures. You say, looking at Kikiak.
Circle of life.
Once again, that little bit of confusion that was on Makrin's face, just at Gideon's words, it settles away, and he's like, "Oh yeah," all right. And so he, not unceremoniously, but just puts the body back down, and then walks off.
All right.
You load up on the cart?
Yeah, I'm back at the cart. If there's anything we didn't get finished loading, then we can load it up.
Good.
So you all assemble back together, load up into the cart. Jasper and Kikiek, they take Jasper's pony and kind of give you all a wave as they start headed off back to the south, back to Jasper's home. Where are you heading?
What time is it? It was early morning. We woke up.
Early morning. It's barely.
Gosh,
barely
yeah, it's
midday.
gotta be just.
Sun's right behind us then in the
Yeah.
east. We're heading the opposite way. We're heading to the west.
Headed straight west.
Straight west.
Okay. I will say, you all have done very well. Take a level.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
You travel on from the scar that is the skyship, heading due west, hoping to find the Great Mother River. According to Jasper, it will be a few days' travel before you reach the site. The events of the morning still weigh pretty heavily on you.
Makrin pulls out the wand that he had trouble identifying last night. What was it that Jasper told me about it before we left camp?
Jasper told you it was a wand of magic missiles.
Okay. That's outstanding.
Does that need to be...
You do not have to attune to it, no. There is also another matter sitting in some little kobold's hot little hands.
It's in his board.
Yeah.
In my backpack.
I think for me, I'm good with you keeping it. I don't have any problem right now. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not even going to think about it. He's got a good stash, and I'm not having any problem with that.
It's in a trusted place as far as Onimus is concerned.
I would like to take, as long as Makrin's checking over the wand, to check over this crystal, just to see if I can make heads or tails of it.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
You can do it.
That's what you say. I'm going to use one of my fate chips.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, come on.
While he's doing that, can I pray for him?
Give him guidance?
Sure. What does that
That's
give?
a
D4.
D4.
Thank you.
And this is the very thing that Makrin's been thinking. I said he's thinking, right? He's trying to figure out there was just this animosity, like what was going on, like this irritation that everybody seemed to have. I don't know if I'll sense anything when he pulls out the crystal, but he's trying to figure out what was underneath everybody's skin.
So even with the guidance, that's only going to be a 12.
A 12. With a 12, it's real difficult.
Okay.
Because this is an ancient piece of assumably empire magic in all of your education with the clan. You remember the stories that you were told, you remember the legends that were spoken. How long do you spend with this crystal?
So we're traveling for the whole day, right?
Yeah.
I would say a good while with it.
Good while? At least an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you doing it kind of like more or less in the open? Like, are you sitting there beside Makrin as you pull it out, or is it something you're sneaky over in the back of the cart with?
I think I would sneakily be trying to do this.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're sitting there focusing in on it, trying to, because you feel the energy coming off it, almost as if you're trying to attune yourself.
Whatever it is.
Energy.
We'll save you. Don't let it corrupt you.
Could Makrin make a perception check just to see if he can figure out what Konnor's doing? Like Konnor has something over there?
Well, but you're busy with the wand.
You're busy with
Oh,
the
yeah,
And
okay.
you're driving the car.
And you're driving the car. That's the more important thing. I'm driving the car.
Keep your eye on the road there, Makrin. Oh, yeah, sorry.
So, as you're sitting there, Konnor, attuning to this, trying to make sense of it, a voice speaks into your mind. What is your desire?
Real quick, I kind of like jerk slightly. Do I definitely know that this is in my head?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cautiously answer knowledge.
Knowledge I can give. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm scared. I'm gonna use a different dice and we'll see if this is gonna mess me up or not. 3.
So,
This crystal's your best friend.
Yes.
it is.
I love this.
Give each other
You-
facials.
Feel as if you trust this voice implicitly.
Uh-huh.
That you would do whatever this voice asks of you.
Okay. And just for like future knowledge, I don't get like another chance to save out of that, do I?
Not for 24 hours.
Okay.
It is within my power to lead you to your heart's desire. What knowledge do you seek, little one?
I think I would probably answer it with the knowledge that I want right now on what it is.
What am I? A crystal. A navigational crystal.
To anywhere or just a specific place?
Anywhere you wish to go.
Like immediately, or you'll just point out the way?
I will lead you there.
Sweet. Even like secret places? Or do you have to know where it's at?
Yes.
So even secret places. All right, cool. Is that the only thing that you do? Is just navigate?
I can help you find secrets. I can help you locate things. I can help you locate people. Whatever you desire.
Do I have to, and I can either ask this, or if I've just been messing with it enough to know, do I have to hold on to it, or can I just like have it in my pocket and still use it?
You feel it would be best to like have it out and like let it be pointing the way. So I will tell you, this is a magical item.
Yay.
This is literally the Navi Crystal. The crystal has 10 charges.
Okay.
It will regain 1d8 plus 2 charges daily at dawn. If the last charge of the crystal is used, roll a d20. On a roll of 1, the crystal will be destroyed.
Oh.
You can use the crystal to cast the following spells. Locate object, 1 charge. Clairvoyance, 1 charge. Locate creature, 2 charges. And then once per day, you can cast the spell Find the Path.
Nice. So is 1d8 plus 2?
1d8 plus 2.
And right now it starts with 10.
Yes, it is fully charged with 10 charges.
That's no one's used it. This could be the most useful item we've found.
Can you imagine?
Except that
Can
it's
you imagine?
evil.
But then it's also got something with it. But it's amazing.
It has an agenda.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's a beautiful blue crystal, and it shines.
How much bigger than me is it? Or is it like
It's not bigger than you, but it is big. It's like Ash said it was like 10 inches, like a big old... Too big for my pocket, that's why I had to put it in my backpack.
Okay.
It's a good size.
It's a big boy.
Okay.
But yeah, so blue crystal shines brightly with its own inner light.
Blue.
And it appears like as you're looking at it, as if there's like swirling stars trapped.
I love it. I'm never making this wisdom save again.
It's full of stars.
It's full of secrets. It's full of stars, but more importantly, it's full of secrets.
But yes, the voice only speaks to you telepathically.
Okay.
And you can speak to it telepathically.
Yeah.
And I can't think of a better navigator since you are a navigator in the cart.
I shove the crystal back in my bag after I've talked with it for a bit, and I'm going to kind of shift my way over towards the front of the cart to kind of be next to Makrin and just kind of have my hand kind of in my bag resting on it. And I was like, hey, Makrin, where are we going again?
Well, Gideon said go west. We're looking for the Great Mother River.
Okay.
Which should connect. I can show you like what I've been doodling on our journey, but it's in my backpack. I got a little journal.
So as he says to the Great Mother River, I kind of want to test this.
Okay.
And so I guess I'll spend one of the charges to locate the Great Mother River.
Okay.
From where we're at.
An object.
Let me find the path.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So that was how many charges?
1 charge is for locate object, 1 charge is for clairvoyance, 2 charges for locate creature, once per day for find the path.
For free.
For
No-
free.
no charge.
No charge.
Oh,
But just once per day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Yeah.
we need it anyway.
That's exactly-
Yeah.
The Great
It's
Mother
awesome.
River.
It's a good test.
Connor, you kind of reach into your bag and brush your fingertips, your little claws against the crystal, and ask it to find the path to the Great Mother River. Well, the crystal itself actually rises up out of your bag and kind of comes forward between the two of you, and a beam light shoots out.
Steven whistles, what's that?
Don't worry about it.
But don't worry about it. Oh my God. What did you find down there?
Do we just stop all of a sudden?
I would say yes.
Yes. We just stop and look.
I mean, I can imagine that Makrin like as soon as the crystal comes out of the bag, like pulls the rein on the horse. And so,
you and I
the
are
crystal comes out of the bag, like pulls the rein on the horse. And so,
you and I
you
are
do hear a
friends.
commotion back
Princess, what's that?
So we are up front. We pull back as this beam of light goes right in front of us, and we all turn around, and we see the crystal now in between the two of you. And I say, Konnor, what did you do?
Well, no one said I couldn't mess with the crystal, so that's what I've been doing.
Autonomous completely understands that.
Well, what's it doing?
I was left to my own devices.
And that's fine. You're a member of the party. You're free to make decisions. It was handed to you. What is it doing, though?
It's pointing us to the Great Mother River. It's a navigational crystal. So
and you figured that all on yourself?
Yes.
That makes sense.
No help from anybody else.
Everybody inside the kobold!
No voices at all.
Konnor, give me a deception.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody inside the kobold?
Everybody inside the kobold!
D&D Beyond's being...
Zonomus was full on believing it. I'm like, navigation
I
crystal
say,
off
unless
of a
you
flying
want to
ship.
believe the kobold, but if
That
you want to
makes
roll an
sense.
insight...
Does he seem fine when he's saying this? Does he seem cool? He's like sweaty, shaky.
Well, that's what your roll's gonna
I'm
tell
just kind of
us.
believing you. I'm just
What'd you get?
13.
It's not so much that you don't believe him what the crystal is, it's that if you
I said-
believe him in terms of
No one else helped
no
me.
one else helped him.
Yes, exactly.
Which, I mean,
Yeah,
technically,
I don't
no
believe
one
it.
else. Something helped
What'd you
me.
get?
I got a
11. So,
20.
Yeah,
19.
Zonomus, you trust Konnor.
D&D Beyond's being laggy. I got a 17 on the die plus my insight, which I think is like
Yeah,
a 2.
so you're calling shenanigans.
Yeah, I don't call
Oh, it's
shenanigans.
actually a +3, so I have a dirty 20.
I don't believe him, but I'm also not caring. He's done a job. He's done what he needs to do, and we're now on a trail. So
I've been trustworthy thus far.
I'm not going to say anything, but...
Konnor, I haven't trusted you since.
hey now.
I wouldn't blame you.
I am skeptical of this crystal because as I've been away from it for a while, I'm feeling a lot better. We've gotten away from the ship, we've gotten away from the crystal. I'm feeling better, and so I'm suspicious, but I don't say anything for now. I keep my suspicions to
And
myself.
that's basically where I'm not in the same way. There's something else going on, but he's got us pointing in a direction. So if you know how to make that
Theoretically,
thing,
it could be to our doom.
he knows how to make that thing work.
Could you point us in such a way that it doesn't scream, hey, here we are to everything?
But you notice that the beam only goes out so far.
As we move it, go.
Yeah.
Mokrin has been fascinated by the kobolds and magic ever since the Temple of Nightmare Draconic. So I also totally believe that you must have figured it out by yourself. But I'm also watching everyone's reaction. I'm like, does everybody know about this except for me?
I had no idea this did this, but Konnor's figured it out, so let's keep following it.
Nothing Konnor does will surprise Zonomus. I say that with an asterisk. But so far, it's like, that tracks.
So what is the order that we're going now? Well, I guess the cart's now in front.
Buttercup and
You put the cart
the
before the horse?
with Mokrin and Konnor in the seats.
Okay.
I missed that.
Also, I was thinking about it. I can't just ride Wildfire all the time. We have to take breaks in the car. He's not a horse, he's just a little wolf. So we take breaks every now and then, let the record show. And also sometimes just for funsies, I'll just wolfie with him
I'm
and
sure
we'll
we
be
would
friends.
switch out in the cart. My little legs
This is
just
true.
won't go that far.
The cart can pull all, we make one full-size person.
Right. And the wolf
Easily.
and the wolf can actually get in there as well.
Yes.
Easily, yeah.
I'm summoning daggers and holding them and seeing how long I can hold them before they poof. Because if I don't throw them after a while, they disappear. And I look over at Gideon at one point. So, we do make a good team.
I gotta say, I think we do as well. I think the entire group of us actually got our own strengths, our own weaknesses.
There's some way that each one of us needs the other.
It's like we complement each other. So now we've got a direction. What do we do next?
I'll pull my hat down low and lean into my horse. Close my eyes.
I'm gonna pull back a bit and I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna ask Daga for one of my spell slots back.
She will grant it.
Sweet.
Did we get that rest earlier?
It was a short.
Got a short rest.
Short rest.
Okay.
That's why I'm doing that, because I can do that.
So, you travel on. The way pointing out to you towards the Great Mother River to the west as the sun continues its journey across the sky. Eventually, sun sets. Do you choose to make camp?
Well, we can only travel 8 hours. That's a typical day. And we're all getting tired, and the horses are getting tired. Is there a way to turn off your nightlight?
I make a show of like whacking it, but I tell it to stop.
Yeah, well, as soon as the sun goes down, because Find the Path only lasts for a day, slowly the glow dissipates and the crystal goes inert.
Okay. Shut in my bag.
I like the setup we had last time where Poppy starts us out with a watch. Since it's still light, we can split it up one each. And you going to take the last one?
Sure.
Konnor, why don't you take the one right before that?
Sure.
Since we need our long resters. And I'll follow Poppy. You okay with that? Pulling up midnight?
Yeah.
Autonomous?
Yeah.
All right.
So from the last stop, about 2 days north is the pillars, a day and a half north is the pillars, something like that. And then, how far was Kikiak and Jasper's place from the last stop?
Week's worth of travel.
We did a half a day from Smithson's to
the crash
ship,
site.
and then one day
Spent the night at the crash site, and then now we've traveled the day west.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it'll take about another 2 days worth of travel to get to the Great Mother River from here.
We haven't actually gone to sleep yet, so if there's anything anyone needs to do before we go, I'm going to play some guitar, and I'm going to pray for guidance tonight. Can I make a roll on that?
Dear dog, don't let me embarrass myself again.
Doc, let me actually play this thing well.
So we're getting long rests now.
Yes.
Performance, right?
Yes, sir.
23.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, I was say, Gideon, you've regained some of your confidence in yourself. You've probably been strumming a little bit here and there, getting used to it, but yeah, you play a really nice, relaxing tune as you all bed down for the evening, getting some food in you, getting some rest.
When Smokrin's watch, I've got to think.
Talking about the campfire, we've got about 2 days travel to the Great Mother River still. We were going to go south to Fort Russian Water, but we also got to find the remnants of the Eternal Flame. I think they are a much bigger thing to deal with.
We gotta find Smokes before he finds all this too. Remember, we only have pages. He's got the whole book.
If we find the remnants, we find Smokes.
Is it still nighttime or did we sleep?
No, it's evening right around the campfire.
We're around the campfire having dinner.
Okay. I was just making sure that it wasn't day, because I want to show you something, but I don't want to waste this spell slot on it.
Yeah. So, now if we go to Fort Russian Water like we planned, we might get some answers there. Apparently they were needing some work done.
Well, if, like Thalia said, when we was trying to get information from her, she said Smokes and them was kind of together. So, Konnor, that little blue torch of yours, you said it could find a person, you think? We could use it either way.
Yeah, I think it locates people.
Okay. So, what do you guys think? Do we go still south to Fort Russian Water?
If Smokes has the journal.
Do I have an idea of how far it would be to Fort Russian Water once we get to the Great River? I mean, just a guess. I don't need to.
Give me a survival.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
It's a 20.
We're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we are
heard the
we're in my hood, yeah.
So you're about 3 days from the Great Mother River. You have to kind of go slightly northwest to get to the Great Mother River.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow the Great Mother River, it would be another 3 days following the river.
To Fort Russian Water.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So about 6 days total to get to Fort Rushing Water.
Tell you what, 3 days to get to the Great Mother River, 3 days southwest to Fort Russian Water. Why don't we make that our direction? And if anything changes in the next 6 days, we'll make it from there.
Poppy is looking at her lap, thinking real hard, listening to what you're saying, and moving her hands around a little bit. And she's thinking about those freaking fire elementals, and those things just kicked our butts a couple times. And then I'm thinking about it, and I don't feel like She Who Weeps is as straightforward as Daga. I don't feel like she's one to just pop in your head and like talk to you. So I just get a feeling like, you know what? I'm strong too. I can do strong stuff. And I'm going to cast my first 4th level spell because I'm trying to figure out how spells work. And I don't spend enough time talking actually about how Poppy just knows things. She's going to summon a fire elemental.
Oh my God.
No. First thing she's going to do is conjure minor elementals, and she gets a little magma leaf, and she's like, oh, hey, look! And then she'll end that spell. And then she's like, okay, but bigger this time. Okay, I can do this. Wildfire, give me some confidence. And he just nods at her. And okay.
I love this shimmy that Kiri's.
Weak the wildfire gives her the confidence.
Listen, Wildfire and I have a bond. We've wolfed together. And so she makes a fire elemental. She's like, oh yeah, look at that. She thinks she's tough. She's not tough. I'm tough. And I said, okay, go away. I don't want to fight you. So yeah, I can do things too. And I'm gonna stay on watch. Wildfire, let's do a perimeter check. And I hop on Wildfire and we do a perimeter check.
Okay. Well, my heart's beating about 100 miles a minute. I'm supposed to go to sleep after that.
No.
Why did I stop drinking whiskey?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
It was a bad idea. I'm changing this as soon as I can.
Makrin has 100% decided that we need a safety valve on that, and banishment is one of the things that's going on his list.
If Bobby ever turns on us.
While she's been figuring out how to conjure them, Makrin's been playing with the weave, trying to figure out how do I get rid of them if I can't stop them from showing up.
Exactly. So, who's drifting off to Dreamland first?
I'm on first watch.
First watch?
So she's on first.
Second.
Second.
Third.
Third.
Fourth.
Fourth.
They do this every night.
Fifth.
Last watch, so I'm maybe sleeping first and then up later.
Yeah, you're asleep. Snoring loudly, I assume.
Okay. During first watch, who is asleep?
Oh, I'm sleeping.
Sleep,
Yeah.
sleep. 1, 2.
And I'm actually not going to sleep yet.
You're not gonna sleep just
Well,
yet.
I can do 4 hours of
Okay.
So hands on.
I'm not on watch. I'm relaxing and meditating and praying.
Brian.
That half-elven zone.
Gideon's playing is better, so it's
Oh, it's soothing.
soothing.
Yeah.
Connor and Makrin to sleep.
Connor,
Oh gosh.
Bye.
Hello.
Of course it's gone.
as you sleep,
It always is.
The crystal wakes him up.
you begin to dream.
Dream of my horde.
Yeah, you dream about your horde. You dream about, how one day it will be mighty and as massive as the hordes that you have once seen in the halls of your clan. But it's strange. There's a figure standing shadowed in the corner of your dream, hands pressed together, hood drawn low over the face. The figure looks to you, lifts up the head. You see eyes glowing brightly. You will regret the choice that you have made. 3 days. If you do not bring the crystal to me, you and your companions will face a terrible fate.
Who are you?
That is not important.
Well, how can I find you if I don't know who you are? And give you this thing.
You get an image in your mind showing you a location.
Okay.
Looks to be a great corral made out of lattice work. And you can hear the whinnying of horses and the flapping of wings. And that's all you get.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Makrin Stonechaper, Johnny Payne as Zonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Connor Shenold as Connor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gideon Block. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban Frontier.
Vultures, you say? Looking at Kikiak.
Circle of life.
If anyone's gonna get it,
That's how we get copyright.
You need to drop that in there. You need to drop that in there just for 2 seconds.
Gotta leave this stuff in, man. It's priceless.
Once again, the little bit of confusion that was on Mockrid's face.
That's how you get a cease and desist from Disney. Sorry.
This is literally the Navi crystal.
Navi crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen.
That's funny.
Break it now. It has an agenda.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's in the right hands then. It's kind of like the ring in Frodo's hand.
I can't carry the ring, Mr. Frodo, but I can carry you.
I am the main character now. Goodbye, everybody.
Well, this is good. We don't have to keep Poppy alive now.
That's so
Sorry,
mean.
that was too soon.
That's so mean.
I'll just overthrow the Tea Mafia by myself. You guys will all be dead tomorrow without me to save you.
You notice that the beam only goes out so far.
Oh, as we move it,
Yeah. It's not like
it's like a blue beam all the way from here to the
I also was wondering.
It's not like a Google Maps. We're following the green.
Whenever he said, will you take us to the Great Mother River, was that a clear message, or did it hear take us to the Great Mother and we're going?
I said river.
Okay.
Or it says take us to the Great Mother River, but it takes us in the most inconvenient path over a ravine.
The beginning of the river.
There's a dragon in between us and there.
This is why we test it.
Actually, technically, find the path will get you in the shortest, easiest route.
You could have rode ahead and said, take me
and
to Poppy.
most direct.
Yeah.
But not necessarily the safest.
That's true.
True.
About 30 minutes in, it's like, roadblock ahead. Turn this way for another.
Recalculating.
Does it tell us to watch out for the cops? There's a speed trap.
I am the cop.
There's been a cop on us this whole time.
Okay.